Hey everyone, this is Verdilit here, and today we have ourselves a long-ass Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This is not a normal battle, this is a war. Friend of mine that I actually met on Showdown asked me to a battle, and I accepted, so he brought in a Mudkip as a joke, because last time he saw my team, he said it needs a little Mudkip, so... Despite having, like, one Pokemon being useless, he's actually doing, you'll see, this battle is fucking badass. So he leads off with Conkeldurr as I lead off with my Crobat. I go for a U-turn because he's obviously not gonna stay in. So U-turn and switch into my Pily to destroy this thing. But I have Volt Switch and he doesn't have any ground types. Luckily Mudkip isn't the ground type yet. So go for Volt Switch against Chansey. And this does acceptable damage considering this thing is like the legend of special defense. I'll go for Brave Bird because hoping he'd think I am Black Sludge, but actually I'm Choice Banded. So he goes for Wish. I know he's gonna switch into Mandibuzz on next turn, or actually I thought. So he switched out, went into my Pily to hit the Mandibuzz, but he goes actually for the Protect. So he's Wish Protect. We still don't know his other two moves. So go for Volt Switch and switch out from here. Go into Plant because Plant can stall out this Chansey. Toxic can't hit me, and Leech Seed would recover enough. With Synthesis, he can't kill me with Seismic Toss as well. Goes into his Boom, the Lati something. As I Mega Evolve and go for my Leech Seed, I think. Yes, Leech Seed because the Chansey, like I said, it's fat with a lot of HP, so it would give me some HP back. So I switch out here to bring out my Tyranitar to pursue Trap him. But he predicts that incredibly nicely. Like, this guy is awesome. I mean, he's one of the coolest people I met on Showdown, unlike the other cliche bastards. So yeah, a lot of hate here, but they really hate me over there. Anyways, as he made the prediction, I know he's not gonna hit me because he's a predictor. So I stayed in and went for Earthquake just to get some free damage as he goes for Knockoff, as I predicted. And now I predict the Drain Punch, so I switch out, go into my Harkon that double resists the Drain Punch. I take that pretty nicely. It doesn't even take me down to yellow, but it Sandstorm will. So at this time I decided to go for a U-turn because he's gonna die if he stays in. But he stays in and he makes another great prediction, so lots of crazy predictions here. I go for a U-turn, switch out to my Plant because I can take Ice Punch, Drain Punch, Knockoff, I can take anything. He goes for Drain Punch for some reason, I have no idea why. I mean, he knew I'm not gonna switch, I'm gonna U-turn, which means I'll be able to pick my Pokemon. I'm not gonna sit Tyranitar if I saw him that he stayed in. So, the Drain Punch was a misplay, but then again, anything else wouldn't do as much to this bulky ass piece. So I go for Sludge Bomb, doesn't do anything to this fat ass. I go for Leech Seed, like I said, it's gonna recover a lot of HP. As I get my HP back, he goes for a Wish. And as you see how much this thing is recovering from me, I mean, just look at this. This is ridiculous. it almost healed me completely. I'm not sure, I can't see the number here. So yeah, it almost healed me completely. So yeah, I was like 4 HP away. So here it heals me completely, and I got a beautiful idea. Crobat is at half health, and it's my Choice Band, and it hurts itself with Brave Bird. Let's send it out. Get some Leech Seed damage, which is pretty awesome. He goes for Wish because he wants to pass it to something else. I get some health. So here I predicted him to Protect first. So I went for Brave Bird. Honestly, I wanted him to Protect and then I would switch out into my Pily. But he takes the instant switch into his Mandibuzz. As I go for Brave Bird, this does half. And goddamn Brave Bird goes back to its full health and I lose my health. I go for another Brave Bird, honestly predicting him to double switch because there has been a lot of predictions. But this doesn't do anything despite Crobat is a beast with the Choice Band. It hits even harder than Choice Band the Talonflame, just a fun fact. So I go for a U-turn here and go into my Dimuntium because I can take the Knockoff since I have no item. And I'm gonna fight it with Stone Edge. Now he knows I have Avalanche, so he went for Defog. I think to avoid my Avalanche. I think, I am not sure. I go for Stone Edge, and this does a lot of damage to him. Or maybe he thinks that defog lowers the accuracy. I'm not sure why he did go for defog. He would have just went for roost because he wasn't at full health. So I go here for a Volt Switch because, like I said, there's no point for me not to Volt Switch. He sends out this annoying ass Chansey again, which I can't kill, and it's ridiculous how this thing is pressuring my team. Volt Switch. I go into my Duck Drill. Literally before this battle, I remove the Choice Band. I go for Earthquake, and look at this damage. It's almost going to kill. That's ridiculous. Literally, like, I removed the Choice Band, put Scarf instead, and went into the battle. This is exactly what I did. And it doesn't kill. I wish I was banded, honestly. So he goes for Protect and gets his Wish back. And here I went for Leech Seed because I wanted to put some damage on him. At this point, I could have switched into my Tyranitar to take a Brave Bird and then pursue this thing when it wants to go. But U-turn is fairly obvious and it's gonna hurt my Tyranitar. So I switch out, go into my Cofagrigus, the Novus Ordo. As he goes for U-turn, this doesn't do crap to me. He gets the Mummy, but it's irrelevant because he's gonna switch out, and Talonflame is faster than my entire team. So he loses some from the Life Orb, that's good, like some Leech Seed, some Life Orb. Goes into his Chansey because he knows Novus Ordo can't touch his Chansey. I was also debating Trick Room or Knockoff on Novus Ordo, and I settled for Trick Room, which is actually really good. It has been helping me, but I wish I could have knocked up this thing. Now, I know this thing has Natural Cure, but the reason I went for Will-O-Wisp, hoping to switch out, go into my Duck Trio, and this way I can trap it with my Arena Trap and have it get burned. So here I switch out into my Harkon because I forgot why, but it's a good switch for me. At this point I was like, fuck it, hopefully he'll go for Mach Punch, thinking that he can kill me from this range, which I think he can't because it's double resistant. So go for Brave Bird, and unfortunately it kills my Crobat. He has the better pressure on this battle, which is really horrible. I go into my Pily and I go again for Volt Switch. Pily is amazing because look at this damage. His choice, he's Assault Vested, but it still does almost half. Go into my Plant, like I said, because it completely walls this thing. And he switches out and can't do anything to me. As I go for Sludge Bomb, and this is amazing. Offensive Venusaur does way too much damage, taking out the Talonflame with one hit, no critical hits, no nothing. Goes into his Boom, because I don't want to take a Draco to the face. I switch out, go into my Tyranitar, forgot what I went into, yeah, Tyranitar. As he's switching, because I don't want to make bad predictions because of his previous prediction. Like sometimes people make an over prediction and you're like, holy shit, I'm not gonna fall for it again, but actually he plays it safe on the next time. This is why I sent out my Tyranitar. So at this point, I go for Stunage at the Chansey, predicting nothing because I really want to kill this thing. So I go for Stunage against this thing. It's really tempting to go for Earthquake, but I don't want to lose any health because without my Assault Vest I can't take Latias' hits very well. So I switch out into my Novus Ordo, take the Mach Punch, which does nothing. At this point, I know he's gonna just say fuck it and knocks off. And so I switch out, go into my Tyranitar, predicting the knockoff. And he goes for knockoff. At this point, I knew he was gonna think I am Sandstorm stalling him to die. But this is not what I'm doing because Sandstorm actually ends on this turn. So I just go for Earthquake, as he over-predicts and goes for knockoff, probably. And at this point, he's dead. Thank God we got rid of two offensive threats. Now he only has his defensive threats. I go for Stonage and it does not kill. I am Adamant Max Attack. What is this thing made of? Its base defense is 5. 5. This is less than Oddish's speed. This is ridiculous. He goes for a Protect, but it fails. At this point, I'm hoping to God that he will not switch out. Please don't switch out. I got the Leech Seed off. And he thinks he's in a great position. So I switch out. He probably has nothing to take the Sludge Bomb. Maybe this is why he stayed in. Go into my Duck Trio, trap this thing. He goes for a Seismic Toss, which is pretty fucking awesome because look at this damage, alright? It does 50 based on his level. And I get the Leech Seed back. Thanks to his insane HP, I get all of it back, or almost all of it back. So here, I decided to PP stall his wishes. He can't switch out because my ability Arena Trap, so Chansey is suffering from what it makes us suffer usually. Now I'm not gonna hate on his set because honestly his set is the healer set, which is pretty cool. Honestly, he heals everything instead of toxic stalling. But then again, everyone has his own play style. Even if he decided to toxic stall, there's nothing wrong with that. So I go for Earthquake as he protects. I continue going for Earthquakes. He goes for Wish, and at this point, I go for the final Earthquake, which he cannot take with the help of Leech Seed. And thankfully, the special wall is down, and Piley can wreck shop on this team. He goes into his Illuminati. I don't want to break my Sash because it could be useful against his Latios. So I go into my Piley. He double switches into the Boom, which is amazing, predicting me. But I have no idea what he has for me. Usually Latios can't do shit to Magnezones, but I switched out just in case because it's really important for killing the Mandibles. He goes for Surf. At this point I learned he's not gonna hurt me much against the Piley. So he's going for another Surf probably, fearing that I'll go into my Tyranitar and take a safe hit. So here I go for Trick Room. And honestly, I think Draco Meteor does more than Surf against Tyranitar, but I'm not sure. So yeah, Surf is base power 90. The total is 180. Anyways, I go for Pain Split because Trick Room, I'm faster. He switches out, doesn't want to take a Ghost move probably. I will Wisp this thing to weaken the foul play and the knockoff. But he has a Lumberry. We saw that he does not have Leftovers or Rocket Helmet, which means he has Lumberry to heal himself. He probably wants to avoid Toxic in the future because Mandibles really falls down to Toxic. So I go for another Will-O-Wisp just to make him, just like I said, weaken his knockoff. He goes for knockoff. This does nothing. I give him the Mummy, and he knocked off my Leftovers. So this is a coincidence, by the way. Novus Ordo is against Illuminati, and Washington is next is playing. This is like Illuminati shit right there. So he sends out his buddy as a double switch. I decide to go for Thunderbolt because it's my best move. I don't need even to Volt Switch. I'll go for Thunderbolt. Take this. I know with the Life Orb I can take it out with another Thunderbolt, and like we saw before, he has nothing for me. He goes for Surf. Does almost half, which is actually really good. I go for Thunderbolt and take out his Lati something. And he sends out his buddy, which I'm fearing Focus Sash Mirror Coat, Focus Sash Metal Burst. I don't know what he has for me. So I don't want to waste my Magnezone because it's the only thing that can take out the Mandibles. He goes for Hydro Pump. It's a critical hit, and it actually does some decent damage. This Mudkip is adorable. So he only has these two left. I go for Sludge Bomb. It does incredible damage. Even without the burn, it's a 2-hit KO. Go for another Sludge Bomb and destroy this thing, finally. The last thing he has right now is the buddy, and I have 5 of my team actually, despite how long this battle is. So I decide to forfeit because I don't want to kill an adorable Mudkip. So hopefully you enjoyed, guys. This was a very intense battle. Despite him having only 5 pokes, 5 valuable pokes, he really troubled me. I know the score is 5-0, but it means nothing. It means nothing because I really suffered in order to win one of the hardest battles. Hopefully you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see you later.